What's good, everybody? It is the Miss Wisdom of the Wisdom Press. How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a great day. First of all, thank you everybody who was, commenting everything on my TikTok about my little video that I made where I stepped on my soapbox and I screamed at the highest heavens about how y'all ain't shit, talking about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. But I'm off that now for a little bit, because I'm tired of arguing with y'all between Twitter and YouTube and Instagram. I'm tired of arguing with y'all about how amazing that performance is and how y'all trash and thinking. But Anyway, this video is pretty much a compilation of people breaking things down for y'all. So maybe you have a little bit more understanding about why we, Kendrick Lamar fans, the crew, the team, the family, we really think that performance was amazing, a masterpiece, and then more. So check these out and hopefully you catch some understanding, alright?
The halftime show wasn't supposed to be entertainment. It was a message laced with symbolism about our government and control. In the lyrics, the revolution about to be televised. Right time for the wrong guy. Kendrick warned the audience to pay close attention. Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam, a national personification of the United States, symbolizing our government and our military. Uncle Sam represents patriotism and national identity. But with Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, Kendrick was making a statement. He was telling his people to get ready. The division of the American flag highlighted the division in America. The Crips dressed in blue, the Bloods dressed in red. Together they symbolize our country coming together in unity. The stars and the stripes were divided, illuminating the division in America. Serena Williams' hands shone, lifting the people up. This was more than just a halftime show.
Yep, without any questions, I already know that they're going to be teaching us in college about that Kendrick Lamar halftime Super Bowl performance, so I already did my dissertation, bitch. I already did the full thing. Let me tell you guys what I have uncovered about this insane fucking performance. So to lay the groundwork, this whole performance is Kendrick Lamar playing a video game. And right here we have the X, the square, the circle, and the triangle, which is the 4 buttons and a PlayStation control remote. And it starts off with him selecting the square. Then Uncle Sam tells everybody that this is the great American game. Obviously, Uncle Sam is a symbol of American power structure, and this is alluding to the fact that America is like a game, and some of us are winners and losers, some of us rig the system, some of us cheat, but at the end of the day, we're all in this American game, and Kendrick Lamar is trying to beat the game, trying to fight the system. Then inside of the square, Kendrick Lamar starts singing on top of this GNX car, which in the 1980s represented power and rebellion. Then out of the car that represents defiance comes out a whole bunch of people dressed in red, white, and blue. These people not only represent the American people, but it also represents different aspects of our society. The red could be the conservatives, the blue could be the liberal, and the white is the elite, wealthy individuals, because clothing, historically, white has been associated with rich people just because it's always cost more to maintain white clothing because it can get stained more and it just requires higher maintenance. There's only one time in the entire performance where Kendrick Lamar mentions the word government, and it was in his first song. And in that exact moment that he says government, a white dressed person shakes hand with a red dressed person, which symbolizes wealthy elites shaking hands and making deals with the conservative power structure in America. Corruption. Then he goes on to say that the revolution is about to be televised. Y'all chose the right place but the wrong guy, which basically means that the United States is long overdue for a revolution, that we deserve change, right? But we chose the wrong guy, meaning that the change and the person that is leading the change and the direction of that change is wrong. We need change, but not that kind of change. We need a revolution, just not that kind of revolution. And obviously, it's going to be televised because of the technology that exists currently. This is directly towards Donald Trump and Elon Musk. After mentioning that, he starts singing Squabble Up, which pretty much is a song about standing your ground and standing up and fighting back. Then Uncle Sam comes back to the picture, which, remember, he's the one that's controlling the game, says that Kendrick Lamar is playing the game too loud, that he is being too reckless, that he's being ghetto, that he needs to, like, calm down. And this is something that the power structure in America has used historically to control marginalized voices and make society believe that these people shouldn't be heard because they're too reckless and they're too disruptive. I'm literally getting chills. Okay, so after Uncle Sam says that, Kendrick Lamar is now standing in between a split American flag, which pretty much says that that kind of rhetoric that Uncle Sam is spewing is divisive to the country. And he does this singing the song Humble, which is basically saying to the power structure in America to sit down and reflect on the division that they're causing in our country and to be more humble. Okay, so then now we're under a street light where he's like speaking out against the system, right? And this symbolizes like Americans going to the streets and voicing their concerns and their opinions. And Uncle Sam comes back and says, "Keeper, take a life."
Keeper, deduct one life.
That speaks for itself, right? You're trying to instill fear into people so they can stop speaking up by committing acts of violence against these marginalized groups that are voicing their concerns and speaking out against the system. But we officially left the square and now we're inside the X, where Kendrick Lamar starts to sing the song Peekaboo. Within video games, the X symbol on the PlayStation remote means to confirm something. So by singing the song Peekaboo inside the X, this basically means that Kendrick is choosing to reveal unhidden truths about people, about society, about our political structure that exists currently. And he uses this moment to tease They Not Like Us.
I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love the sue. What song? Yeah, that song.
He like teases it again. That is uncovering truths, right? That song was a diss track against Drake. But this is beyond just the Drake diss track. It goes to the larger message of uncovering deeper truths. Then we move on to the triangle. In a video game, the triangle is the direction you want to go. So, and in the triangle is SZA, who is singing the song Luther. I first gotta say she a bad bitch, but this song right here is about moving towards the direction of pursuing love and social change, and she's doing this within the triangle, which makes perfect sense. Now we have people marching down the street, which obviously represents peaceful protest, but they're also marching around the circle. The circle inside of a PlayStation remote represents rejection or cancellation. Inside the circle, Kendrick starts singing the song All the Stars, where he talks about how confrontation ain't something new to him and how he will always fight back even though people try to attack him. This is done within the circle, which is, again, rejection. He is rejecting people trying to diminish him. He is rejecting people trying to shut him up. He is fighting back. But this is a soft song. He's not yelling, he's not being aggressive, he's not speaking loud. It is a soft spoken song. In many ways, you can say that this song is like a peaceful protest because it's so soft. And then Uncle Sam is so happy because they're being so calm, they're being so soft, even though they're talking about these like really important issues that are degrading them and diminishing them. They're doing it peacefully, they're doing it softly. So Uncle Sam is happy. He's saying how he's glad that they're calm. But then he gets mad because Kendrick then changes his tone and loudly stated how you can try to rig the system, but you can't fake influence, which basically means that no matter how many times wealthy people have tried to rig the system in their favor, they could never truly win real loyalty and real support. And now you can see that there are people occupying each symbol of the game, the circle, the triangle, the X, and the square. Which basically means that in order to beat the game, we all need to occupy these spaces. Then he ends the performance with a call to action by telling you to turn off the TV and disconnect from the propaganda and the brainwashing that occurs through the mainstream media as they influence you through the power structures that influence the media. Insane. Genius.
Bro, just listen to the lyrics in this unreleased song that Kendrick did at the halftime show last night. Just listen to the lyrics. I'm carrying heavier hearts right now. I could power lift with Olympians too. I'm carrying varying darts right now. I desert this bitch like tiramisu. We go body for body. I hand you a body. I'm probably a better masseuse. Really don't bother nobody, but they run it by me if I gotta clear out the room. You would not get the picture if I had to sit you for hours in front of the Louvre. Would not have a soul even if I had told you to stand next to Johnny and Q. Thought he was nothing but government cheese, but now I could seize the government too. Remember the food stamp color was tan and brown, but now the 100 is blue. Remember I said I'm the greatest back when you debated the number 1 and number 2. Topic was always hilarious to me. You carry him to me. I brought out the broom. You think that's mid? I don't ever want to talk. I don't ever want to talk music to me. Don't hit me about no music conversations. I don't want to talk to you no more.
There was one part of this performance that when I watched it back a second time, I got really, really sad. And I wonder if anybody else got as sad as me when it came to this part of the performance. Y'all remember this section of the performance where he doing the doo-wop version of Man at the Garden and he got the homies behind him, mouth full of gold teeth, fire. And then Uncle Sam pops in and says, oh, you got your homies with you. The cultural cheat code, scorekeeper, deduct 1 life. Damn. I didn't get to the levels of Sing About Me sad, but I'm looking at Man in the Garden with a new perspective because what is the garden? Why was it raining in the beginning of the song? Like the whole visual just changed to me and I'm realizing now that that man was at a cemetery, bro. It's kind of making me more sad now realizing that they're all wearing white, all right? I know they're supposed to be part of the American flag, but they also have niggas in blue and niggas in red. They could have been behind them, right? But they're all in white, so That's sad as fuck. My opinion. I think fuck. Also, it's fire that he got a whole jacket dedicated to Gloria. That's fire.
You know, I really try not to call people stupid because that's just not right. But something is wrong with y'all, for sure. Like, do y'all realize what y'all requesting when it comes down to Kendrick Lamar's halftime show set list? You're requesting the impossible. Like, you want him to do Money Trees, right? Okay, cool. I can understand that. I love that song, too. How does it start, though? Me and my niggas trying to get it, ya bitch. Hit the house like, tell me, is you with it, ya bitch? How many curse words is in that? How many words of that part was Kendrick actually going to be able to say? Not that much, right? Okay, next song. Y'all want swimming pools. Okay, I grew up around some people living their life in bottles. Well, I don't even know why y'all want that song. That song is not a Super Bowl song. That is a real, vulnerable song talking about his addiction at a certain point in time. So the fact that you want him to rap this song that has a crazy cadence, killing his breathing pattern and all of that stuff is stupid. Y'all don't understand what it takes to put on an excellent performance. Y'all just want to hear y'all favorite song, and it shows. You wanted Mad City. So did I. I can understand that. We still got DNA, Humble, all the stars. What are y'all arguing about? Like, despite all of that, you allowed your preferences of the songs that you wanted him to perform to completely take away from the theatrics, the message, the energy, the statement. Man, y'all IQ is showing and it's low. It's really low. And don't give me that stuff of, oh, since we don't like something, y'all got to call us stupid. No, you are dumb. You got to be dumb. There's no way that you think that this was possible. Like, I've been arguing niggas for the last 48 hours. This is ridiculous, bro. And to the black people that are saying, we don't want to hear this civil rights activist shit, take your coon ass to the motherfucking back. Because when the fuck, what are you doing? We finally got somebody that is prolific in how they deliver their lyrics. They have a commercial essence to it to a point where it has a massive reach. And you want to twerk. Oh my God. It's not the time for that, idiot. Oh my God. Pulitzer Prize winning Kendrick Lamar. 22 Grammy Kendrick Lamar. You think he's just going to go up there and give you some pacification? Nigga, we came here on a mission. What are you talking? Some of y'all complacency is hideous, bro. You need to work on it, bro. Like, legit. When you share your opinions about stuff like this, it really gives us an introspective look at who the fuck you really are. And it's ugly. It's ugly. And please don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because I perform. I do this, okay? I've been doing this for 20 years, so I understand what it takes to put on a show, a legit show. Talking about, y'all ain't know half the GNX songs. GNX has been out for months. Months, bro. We know Squabble Up. We're not about to act like we don't know Squabble Up. We know Man in the Garden. Y'all not about to act like y'all don't know that verse. You know Euphoria. And everybody know they was waiting for Not Like Us. But y'all not about to make it seem like this entire thing was about Drake. It was not. Just because he was acknowledged does not mean Drake put him here. Like Kendrick ain't had success for the last 10. Y'all are weird, bro. And another thing, for the people that are saying the crowd was dead, nobody was moving. Bitch, he wasn't performing for them. All these white people in the fucking crowd, he wasn't performing for them. If anything, he was screaming at them. The people he was performing for was at the crib, okay? Look at all these videos of these motherfuckers listening to this shit. Screaming at the top of their damn lungs. It ain't for you. You not like us, idiota.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to bob and weave, but my whole timeline is people with their multi-hyphenated, marginalized credentials in their bios telling me how much they didn't like Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. My issue with y'all is that, one, I feel like the thing that you're doing is performative, because in reality, if you actually understood how society's supposed to function, you would know that it makes no sense for somebody to run into a bakery and tell the chef that he needs to be outside fighting, when the way that he's providing for the revolution is by making food for folks to eat. Y'all would not run into a library where a person was providing books, including books that are very necessary for people to understand their rights or their history, and be like, you in here passing out books. Books not gonna do nothing. Like, you need to be out there fighting. Everybody has their different role. Y'all always have a problem with everything everyone does, when the most important thing that y'all can do for whatever it is we're trying to accomplish is you. Do you. Represent whatever from the place that you're standing. Like, and I always say this to people, the front line is wherever you're standing at. I don't want to have to convince nobody to go put on their gas mask, you know what I'm saying, and grab a bullhorn. I need y'all to represent in the way that is fit for y'all. If his artistic expression with the message is the way that he wanted to show up, let him do that. If you feel like it didn't suffice, cool, but y'all don't feel like anything suffices, because last time I checked, if a celebrity was too outspoken or too down for the cause or whatever the case is, y'all start saying it's performative. Last time I checked, let somebody utter a single syllable of something that y'all don't agree with. Now y'all crawling up their backside like maggots. Y'all have a problem with everything everybody does. I actually don't need rappers to be my revolutionaries, right? Like, I understand that there is a shortage of radicals, but there's not a shortage of revolutionaries, and they're to your left and your right. But instead of supporting them, platforming them, using that same breath in your lungs to make sure that you're giving them the shine that they need and deserve in order to support the causes that y'all claim y'all care so much about, y'all instead get on this internet and complain. And last time I checked, the people who's really about it don't even be on the internet because they don't want their faces seen. And you could check that. So I'm so sorry. I understand that the internet has y'all perception of what it looks like to be down or to be radical skewed, but like, how is what you're doing any less performative than him getting on a stage at the Super Bowl? What is it about your video that's critiquing his performance that's fixing, solving, saving anybody? Oh, you're playing a field from where it is that you're capable of? Y'all are more alike than you think.
Kendrick Lamar didn't just perform at the Super Bowl, he made a statement. His halftime show wasn't just about entertainment, it was about symbolism, storytelling, and pushing boundaries. The entire performance unfolded across 4 stages that were shaped like a PlayStation controller button. And that wasn't just a design choice, it was Lamar's way of showing his life as a video game, a journey through obstacles, survival, and resistance. While many people appreciated the artistry, others, especially some white viewers, felt confused or even uncomfortable. Some white folks watched and thought that was cool, but others dug deeper and listened to black voices breaking down the symbolism and realized just how layered the performance was. The American flag imagery, the way the dancers moved, and the subtle nods to Lamar's ongoing themes, it was all intentional. But some white folks weren't just confused, they were angry. Some were upset that there were no white performers, no white dancers. no obvious appeal to white audiences. People who usually claim they don't see color suddenly saw it everywhere. But why did it bother them? Because this performance wasn't centered on them. It wasn't for them, by them, and about them. It didn't ask their permission, seek their approval, or cater to their comfort. And that's unsettling when you're used to being in control. Seeing Samuel L. Jackson as a black Uncle Sam, watching a show that didn't need whiteness at its center, that flipped the usual power dynamic. It puts whiteness in the position of the observed, and for some, that was too much. This is the same discomfort some people felt when a black man walked into the White House. The same outrage that erupts whenever black joy exists outside of white validation. Because black joy, self-sustained, unbothered, and fully free, has always been seen as a challenge to white supremacy. But here's the thing, art doesn't have to center us for us to appreciate it. We don't have to fully understand something for it to be valuable. Curiosity and humility go a long way. And instead of reacting with fear or frustration, we can choose to learn. So today, I'm grateful for the voices that helped me see what I missed. And I'm thankful for the artists, the activists, the storytellers who challenged me to think beyond my own lens. Because last night, Kendrick Lamar didn't just put on a halftime show, but he put up a mirror. And what we saw in it, that's up to us.
Turn this TV off. Turn this